Eat the full auto crossbow slingshot. Let me show you its features. As you see, it's operated by this Makita battery drill, which is really strong. It has about 50 Newton meters of torque. And then when it keeps moving, it actually automatically fires the trigger. And then the cycle repeats itself. And as you see, we have this rubber-powered force-feed magazine that holds up to 32 of these inexpensive crossbow bolts. What I love about this is that it really has this full auto feeling. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Empty. Let's try 14 meters distance. It works. Why no ballistic jelly tests? Well, first of all, I haven't optimized the power. There's a little room for making it more powerful, and then we can probably test performance. Is this scalable? Can we make it bigger? Sure, I think we can. Imagine using this drill, which has 100 Newton meters of power and 36 volts and full-size bolts. Or, of course, imagine what you could do with the John Deere engine. Can we attach more teeth to the other side and add a second cycle? The answer is no. The bands actually pushing back the sled and also the main band need some time for their action too. And timing is very critical. If we would add a second set, then actually the bands would hit the sled as long as it's still resetting, and then the whole action would be shot. It's awkward that the drill is sideways. Is this really a problem? I don't think so. This is not uncomfortable to hold. It actually gives me a lot of dexterity. And it is not a necessity to always pull the trigger with your right hand finger. You know, can do that the same way with this one. Can this be done with an exchangeable magazine? Sure. It's a little bit of mechanical efforts, and then you can do it. I just don't have enough of the bolts. Is this legal in Germany? Yes, it is, because as you see, it doesn't have a tubular barrel. This hole actually doesn't touch the bolts, and the rest is just a slot. And therefore, this isn't considered a firearm. It's also not a crossbow because it's obviously not operated by muscle power. So it's unregulated. Why is the fork so wide? The angle here would be a lot more steep, and that would squeeze in the sled in cocked condition, and actually would make it harder to pull back the sled on time. So why I am still shooting in first gear and not in second gear, although that would be a lot quicker? Well, the main reason for this is because then the action would no longer work. The timing is off. Rubber bands would hit the sled when it's still traveling backwards, and then the whole thing would actually shoot weaker than now. So the wooden rack and pinion, is this not gonna go dull after a while? Is this not gonna be a lot of mechanical abrasion? Yes, and actually that is an issue, and therefore what I've done is I actually added an 8mm layer of aluminum so that actually the wood is mostly for guiding everything, so that there's enough room, but I think the abrasion is kept under control because I use metal. Most important question, does this really feel like a machine gun? Heck, it does. It really does. Well, I hope you like this.